What's up, y'all? Welcome to Public Living, the art of being outside. This small section of public living is called Take Notes. The reason why it's called Take Notes is because I'm often outside and things happen. I know I'm not going to remember them, so I write them on a little note, bring it home, put it in my content bowl, and when I have a second, I talk about it. Now is that time. So with that said, I'm going to pick one. Oh, this is a good one. It's called the sandwich method. Oftentimes I hear it's not business, or I'm sorry, it's not personal, it's business, it's, or vice versa. Let's be clear. I'm an entrepreneur and everything is personal. If my business isn't going well, it's personal. If you are messing up in my business, it's personal. And it felt the same way when I worked at a Fortune 500 company. I didn't just leave things at work and go home and forget about it. If I had a bad day at work, it was personal. But with that said, the sandwich method specifically talks about how to deliver bad news, because I think when things get personal, often people lash out and say things, deliver the information that they want to deliver, but maybe not how they want to deliver it. So I want to tell you a quick story on how I got handed some bad news once. And this helped me, honestly, moving forward in my professional endeavors, deliver bad news and also keep relationships, because when you mess with my business, it feels like you're messing with my baby. And I do have the bad habit of sometimes lashing out. So with that said, I would say right around the age of 30, I was involved in one of my bigger deals that I've worked on as an agency. And for those that don't know, I had an experiential marketing and advertising agency, and we mostly worked with liquor companies. So this particular deal was with Seagram's Gin. I remember, shout out to Seagram's Gin for that first deal. But my mentor and business partner brought me in because I focused mostly on multicultural marketing, and my mentor did not. So he closed the deal. He brought me in to run it and pretty much let me run it. So 13 city tour. It was an amazing experience, and if I did a great job, if I do say so myself. But at the end of the tour, and just to be very specific with numbers, I remember the tour, I think, was like $160,000. In today's world, that's nothing, but back then it was huge. And I think I personally brought home like $38,000. So any entrepreneur knows that you go from bill to bill, that's, you try to pay each bill at a time, and then you go from month to month. Hopefully you can pay your month's bills at a time, and then you go and you find some freedom somewhere after that. Well, at this point in time, I was bill to bill. I would pay my cell phone bill, sweat it out for a couple weeks, pay my internet bill, sweat it out for a couple weeks, pay my cable bill, then have to pay my mortgage. So I never got a break. It was always the next bill. With that said, $38,000 hits my account. I have a chance to breathe. My girlfriend at the time suggested, let's go to Jamaica and celebrate. I obliged. I was very happy to get out of the country, take a deep breath, feel some sand between my toes. While I was on the beach, I got a call from my mentor and business partner, Ray. And Ray said, hey, did you hand in the recap? For those of you who don't know, and I don't expect everybody to know, in marketing, when you're done an assignment, you do what's called a recap. You recap everything you did, and they call them key performance indicators. You tell the brand what you did and that you've reached all of their key performance indicators, and you tell them your key findings as well. Things that you found while on tour and opportunities that they may be overlooking. I digress. I did not do the deck. I figured, I'll do it when I get home. Ray was like, hey man, we got to hand that in. And I said, well, I'll be back in 2 days or 3 days. I'll do it when I get back. I got back. I quickly got to the deck, handed it in, and Ray asked me to come in his office. We shared a large office space, but he asked me to come into his office. I said, sure. Came in, and this is where I get into the sandwich method. He poured me a drink. He said, yo, congratulations on closing this out. But I wanted to talk to you about something very important. I said, sure. And the reason I call this the sandwich method is because on the top and the bottom of the sandwich, it's padded, it's bread. So it comes it's soft. But whatever's in the middle, you know, the meat or whatever the importance is in the middle of that sandwich doesn't often feel great. And I'll explain. So the first thing Ray did was go, Mike, you're my boy. You're somebody I trust. You do great work. You're talented. And it's been that way for a while. He said, put that in a box, and let's put that box over here. He said, have you ever worked on a 6-figure deal? I said, no. He said, well, that's not how you close one out. You know, you don't go to the beach without giving the client everything that they needed to move on and close out a deal professionally. Now that hurt. It hurt a lot because my business wasn't just something I was doing. It was something very important to me. And I don't think I really knew how important it was to truly close out a project before I go on a leisurely excursion. And then he ended by saying, he put the bread at the bottom of it and he said, but listen, we have plenty of these deals left, more to come. And I just want you to be prepared and ready. And let's open that box back up. You're still my boy. You're still talented. I just needed you to know that. And that's probably the first time I've ever been checked that I'm like, both, obviously, I felt like a gut punch, but I also felt like, wow, a grown man that I trust just delivered some bad news to me about myself that I can take in stride and get better from. Oftentimes we deliver this information with whatever weight we have on our shoulders, and we get real nasty and mean and angry and kind of speak out of turn. So I say that to say the sandwich method is something that I've employed over the years. It's worked for me and obviously helped me keep relationships as I've been pretty upset with people in my business. And it also works pretty well in relationships. I do think there's a nice parallel that goes between business and relationships. And this is one of the things that has helped me out in some of my personal and interpersonal relationships outside of business when I have to deliver some news with somebody that I think is messing up. Have you ever used the sandwich method? Please let me know in the comments. Is this something that you think would work for you, or do you just lash out at people? Also, we're a growing channel and would really love your support. So if you could also like this video and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Right now we have like 100-something subscribers. I'd like 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys could really help with that, I'd appreciate it. And until next time, peace. Cheers.
What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.